in October of this year, it will be 16 years since I got my naked clownfish. She's already over 16 now, since she obviously was at least 6 months old when I got her. And back then, they didn't sell clownfish quite as small as they do today. I did originally have two, and they actually spawned one time and one time only. I was convinced that somehow RA sterilized them. I guess that sounds pretty silly now, but back then there weren't too many different types of designer clownfish, and nobody was breeding them at home, even though people were breeding regular clownfish at home. Her mate died, I'm gonna say 2010. I don't really remember, it might have been a few years after that. And she's been alone pretty much the whole time since. There was one time I had one other small clownfish in with her. Given that 16 is a big year, both for fish and people, I'm gonna give her a boyfriend. Her boyfriend is going to be one of my last remaining orange storms. A couple of these are spoken for, but I still have maybe 10 left that I can do with as I please. They're now almost 7 months old, so they should be nearing being mature males. And I just gotta pick one out. I'm thinking it's gonna be this one here, as he has almost a heart pattern on the one side. Given that it has been many years since she had a mate, I've decided to use this acclimation box, which just barely fits in the tank for a day or two first. So we'll see what happens. It's now been a few minutes since I added the storm to the tank, and it's been quite anticlimactic. The naked has almost no reaction to him. I would almost say she's afraid of the box, not the fish. I've never actually used an acclimation box in this tank, so I guess we'll just wait and see what happens. The funny thing is, the naked clown is actually older than the storm lineage. These fish did not exist when she was born, and not for many years actually. I think they're only maybe 6 or 7 years, maybe a little bit longer, but definitely less than 10. And she's definitely older than 16, since it's almost been 16 years since I got her. After a day or two, once the glass starts to get too dirty, I think I'll let him out and see what happens.